Let's bring in our Director of News and Politics, Editor Sumner Sambo, for more on this brewing crisis in the opposition main party, the PDP. It looks like a never-ending trouble for these parties. Even sometimes you look at the ruling party, you also smell a little bit of political bakery. Now, help us make sense of what this is about. The lawmakers, this is not the first time they've raised the issue of talking about Damagum resigning, and we also have issues in some other states within the PDP. What is going on? The elections just ended. It's just almost a year after that election, but they're still not putting their house in order.
Well, it's actually the issues of internal democracy. We have political parties that hardly want to obey their own constitutions, and that's where the problem starts. And of course, it grows way up into becoming national political problems. And then, of course, you will see a situation whereby our democracy is staggering, because political parties, being the foundation of our democracy, the vehicles through which we elect our leaders, don't want to follow the rule books, and it's a major challenge. There's almost a leadership crisis in every political party, beginning from the governing APC down to other political parties. You can see that the main opposition, which is number 2, is having a challenge. The third largest political party, the Labour Party, is also having a leadership challenge. So the question is, aren't politicians in Nigeria tired of the challenges of causing confusion within the polity? I mean, all eyes should have been on governance right now, and you know, for the opposition checkmating the governing party. But it looks like they are all they've all gone to sleep. They are not really doing so much because they haven't been able to settle the problems of governance. And then, if we don't promote internal democracy within our political parties, then how can the status of our democracy be seen to be good? I mean, it's just terrible. So, at the heart of this is the problems of decision making, who to make the decision, and then mutual suspicion between groups within the political parties. So in the PDP now, the preparation is for NEC. Then is the second largest decision making organ of the party, apart from the National Convention. And so this has been scheduled for April 18. And there's going to be a national caucus meeting on April 17th, which is on Wednesday, while there will be a BOT meeting and the NEC meeting that same 18th. Now, this is a meeting where there will be a huge decision making as to the status of the party right now. First, on the leadership of the party. We have an acting national chairman, Damagum, who took over on March 28th last year, when Yocha Ayu, the then national chairman, was suspended. But this acting national chairman was not elected, so he's just been there for a year now. March 28th, last month, made him 1 year. And so when this meeting comes up, there will be talks as to whether there should be an acting chairman that will be appointed from the zone, the geopolitical zone where the former national chairman took place, or not. Now, what the constitution of the party actually says is that there are 2 deputy national chairmen of the PDP. One deputy national chairman North and 1 deputy national chairman South. Now, the constitution of the party says that wherever there's a problem, the deputy national chairman North, for example, from where Ayu was from the northern part of Nigeria. So the deputy national chairman North from the party actually was brought in to replace him. Now, Damagum happens to come from the northeast of the country. Though as deputy national chairman North, he had to come in. But the challenge now is that people within the party are saying that since Ayu is from the north central geopolitical zone, and he was elected at a national convention, and he wasn't allowed to complete his term, that a new acting national chairman should be appointed to allow to complete the term of the former national chairman, Yocha Ayu, who has been suspended. Now, there are 2 groups in the PDP, the Atiku-Wike group and Abubakar Atiku group. Now, Atiku Abubakar was the presidential candidate of the party in the 2023 general election. Now, when he won the party's presidential ticket, Atiku-Wike, who contested the PDP presidential ticket with him, thought that he would have been given the position of vice presidential ticket, but that didn't happen, and the party became polarized into two camps. Now, these two camps will be going into that NEC meeting on Thursday to want to struggle for power. I want my own person to become the deputy national.
So in other words, sorry to cut you here. So in other words, you say the ghost of that particular outcome of that primary is still very much alive.
Yes,
and
the
going
two
into
groups,
this.
Yeah,
so
the two groups are the ones competing for power now. The accusation is that the acting national chairman now, Umar Damagum, is a pro-Wike person, and he has been implementing a pro-Wike agenda. That's why you would have heard Ugochinyere, actually Honorable Ugochinyere, saying that, look, he hasn't called for NEC meetings since, and then they haven't seen him being active. Now, Nyesom Wike is a PDP member and a PDP leader, but he's he's working in an APC-led federal government. Now, who gave him the authority to actually work as a PDP member in an APC-led federal government when there is no government of national unity between the APC and PDP? Well, he said he was invited. Now, can he still attend the NEC meeting on Thursday as a PDP leader? So these are some of the issues, and the accusation is that Umar Damagum has not acted so much to provide a viable opposition to the APC-led federal government, because several of his National Working Committee members, like Taufik Arakbaja, Dan Obi, and all of that, many of them are being said to be pro-Wike, and that Wike has asked them to step down any opposition to the APC-led federal government. Hence, the PDP has been weakened.
So as I say, every politics is local. Is this a reflection of what we're seeing in Rivers State and even in Edo State? Because you just mentioned the Dan Obi factor. Is that what's playing out?
Now, the angle of Rivers State that's coming into it is the issues of the announcement of caretaker committee chairman. Now, there was a recent agreement sometime last month, where the PDP National Working Committee has said that there are about 26 states where state executives of the PDP, local government executives, and ward executives their time had already expired. So they were supposed to have conducted new congresses for the election of party leaders at the ward, local government, and state level. But there was a collective agreement that there should be an extension by 3 months. That's 90 days. But that extension was now being violated when 11 states had some of their members, their state executive or local government executive or ward executive, being tampered with. And one of those states is Rivers State. So the governor is saying that, look, there was a collective agreement, that's Governor Fubara, that there should be a 90 days extension. How come for that of Rivers State, some of these state executive, local government executive, and ward executive were being tampered with, and new names were being brought in place, and that some of those new names were being populated by APC-led members who are masquerading allegedly to be PDP members? So he was rejecting the list, and some of these other governors have rejected the list too, saying that, look, there's something fishy about it. So they are saying that, look, why don't you wait until the expiration of the 90 days? And so the plan here is that if they allow that, then some of pro-Wike men may find themselves, men and women may find themselves into holding positions of power. And that could whittle down the powers of the governors going into 2027. Because it's whoever controls the state executive that will control delegates from local government, and then, of course, ward. So it's a culmination of all of this that we'll see on Thursday, when there will be the NEC meeting. Well,
Thursday, that's 48 hours from now, I know.
No, not this, but on the 18th.
On the 18th.
Yeah, because Atiku Abubakar is also fighting very hard. He still has interest in 2027. And then, of course, even if he's not going to get the ticket, there should be someone from his own camp. That's his thinking. So the idea is that if they lose out the party's national chairmanship position to the Wike camp, then the APC could find a way to weaken the major opposition party, the PDP, ahead of 2027. And then, of course, you had remembered that Wike said he's not going to contest 2027. So could it be that Wike is also acting as a vehicle to suppress the PDP from getting a stronger candidate that could challenge President Tinubu in 2027. So that's what maybe the Atiku groups are also, the Atiku group is also trying to fight against. But Wike too also has a right, alongside his group, to stand against Atiku, because they are saying that must it always be you who get the PDP presidential ticket? Why don't you allow someone else? So
well, I know you're following that story. I really can't wait to get you back here again. And by the way, for a bit, I thought that was my tie on you. Anyway, Sumner Sambo, a pleasure having you on News 9.